is what drove the Industrial Revolution in this country. Now the water level in there is 47 foot deep. Now that one's been deliberately sunk, that has. Yeah, because that's the best way of preserving wrought iron.
And here I am at Birmingham New Street station once again. Back at Gas Street Basin here in Birmingham city centre. Yeah, the BBC are after me again. Let's see if they make a better offer this time. Well, the BBC were very nice to me and offered me the earth. But once again, I'm afraid the canal has got to come first for me. So, oh, they were bitterly disappointed about it. But there it is. I'm really hoping that one day before too much longer I'll be able to bring Gladys down for a year, and maybe I'll be moored up here. I have a feeling these are permanent mooring boats here. I think the visitor mooring is just the other side where it says Regency Wharf. So Worcester and Birmingham Canal to my right, and from here on we're on the Birmingham Main Line, which of course I've filmed before. Gotta watch your head going through here, I think. Looks like that's a tour boat over there. That's an interesting idea. Remembering the Dragonfly, which I saw last week on the Monmouthshire and Brecon. There's another one here, it goes at 2 o'clock, so it's just about 1 o'clock now. Maybe I'll go and get something to eat and come back and have a look. So over there, that's the Birmingham and Paisley Canal, which I did that on my Brompton, I think, last year. It's a really cool roundabout here. You don't see things like that very often on the canals. So I need to try and find something to eat now, I think. And here we are, Brindley Cruises. It's due to go off at 2 o'clock. I think the tour lasts about an hour, so I think I'll take advantage of this. Managed to get myself seated at the very front, so that's cool.
To Spawn Lane and then to the Coldfield. Coming into the Worcester Bar. Now, you thought it was Gas Street Basin, didn't you? But that's the new name for it. So originally it was called the Worcester Bar, and it was the terminus, it was the end of the Birmingham Wolverhampton Canal. Came to a dead end on a big triangle so they could turn round. A few years later, coming the other way, was the Worcester Birmingham Canal. Yeah? 2 private canals on the summit. Were these 2 private canals going to share any water? No way. So they built what they called a bar, 6-foot strip of land all the way across. So if you wanted to send cargo further on, you took it all off one boat and put it on another. And they did that for about 60 years. And that's when it became Gas Street, the first place in Birmingham to be gas lit. Tollkeeper's Cottage was the Tap and Spire pub behind us. So there's a number 34 underneath the word Tap and Spire on the building, and that's the BCN number. These canals are all private. Next thing it did, it made it twice as wide. We're on the summit, everybody's going down it. Now the canal, they're taking a lot of water off the top. Full boats were getting stuck. By making it twice as wide, they're taking that much off the top. It became its own reservoir. The third thing, 2 towpaths. 2 blasts of horn, sharp blasts, we're going to the left or port. 1 short blast, we're going to the right or starboard. 1 long blast, we're going straight ahead. There's a commercial boat, we have to use it. Actually, some of the old Birmingham Canal and some of the main lines, so we're going to mix between the two. And my mate's decided to do this without sounding the horn, so never mind. You can't see around the corner. Yeah? But we're going down there. 2 blasts of horn. We're going to down there. And we're going to go and have a look at some canal side living. Now in the 60s, 70s, somebody said there's a house by the canal. Nobody wanted it. They built a big high fence, threw all the garden rubbish over the top. You could buy an house by the canal loads cheaper than anywhere else. So that's a 1930s icebreaker tug. So that little boat is rated to pull about 500 tonne, and you can moor on most of the network. There's actually signs with so many days dotted around, tells you how long you can stay in any one place. Yeah. So we're going out the main line now, so I've got a spot. Remember what I was saying about it being the same for miles, but also on the second bridge there, just to the left of that bit of graffiti, there's some big stone blocks. Sorry, holding the bridge up. As we come past them, you can see all horizontal lines in them. Yeah. So that was done by the piece of rope off the horse. Piece of rope. Yeah. All those bridges are grade 2 listed. Yeah. Only made in 2 places, Ascot, Smithwick and Tollend. What we had was the blast furnaces, the forges, the heavy iron. Yeah, we made the anchor for the Titanic down there. Yeah, right. We've got the coal, the iron ore, the limestone, the clay. So we got all the raw materials and the big heavy stuff. The Brummers did the precision engineering. This canal joined them together. This is what drove the Industrial Revolution in this country. Turn this corner, everything changes. Now there was a brick wall there blocking that off. This side there's no towpath at all. Now the water level in there is 47 foot deep. So if they undo the tap at the bottom, the water pressure would take the planes out of the sky at the airport. Sunk on this side. Now that one's been deliberately sunk. That is. Yeah. Because that's the best way of preserving wrought iron, deprive it of oxygen. They pull that out of the water, jet wash it, give it a coat of black paint, be good as new. Now on the other side here we've got some of the historic fleet. So the first one, Nasson, that's a 1940s tug. Yeah, so that's about 10-15 years newer than the other one. Right, you can tell they're horse drawn, no electric, no power, massive rudder, right? Would be loaded about that far out of the water, the family live in the back. The one on the inside's a motor, it's the same as this, it's got a smaller rudder. Now, that's called a wide beam. It's as long as this, but twice as wide. Won't go through the bridges. So what's going on? Well, when they built this place, they decided they were selling it as an island community, so they planned, they thought having a boat as a sales office would be a good idea. They finished the job and they left it to the community as a bit of a... So, if this lot had leaks, that became one of the main things during the wartime. What happens if you got bombed? So every night, they'd put all the stop planks in the bridges. That's what this is. That's real iron.
I'm working on it.
Did you need any batter bits as well?
What did we have?
Right? They do a desperate damp pipe off, and it comes with horns. Right? And you've got real iron, and then you've got all, they do the whole lot.
Yeah, if you've got time,
It'll kill you, but you'll die happy.
That's it, definitely. So that's only literally 20 minutes, something like that.
Okay.
yeah, if you. It's a lot cheaper when you get out of Birmingham as well.
Yeah.
Any stretch of the means.
Well, I enjoyed that trip on Bosworth Lady, and 3 great guys there, Alan, Scott and Sam. Alan was doing the commentary this time, but I think they sort of take it in turns. Very good value for £6.50, a whole hour. Very knowledgeable too. I learned quite a lot about the history of this canal, which I would never have known otherwise. So really good. Thoroughly recommend it. So I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you did, well, you know what to do. Please give it a like, leave a comment, think about subscribing if you haven't already. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I thought that was a great ride, and I really love this canal, and well, Birmingham itself actually. I'll catch you again next week from somewhere else, doing something else. Bye. And back at Hereford once again. West Midlands Railways bang on time, as they always are.